we stand at the precipice, a crossroads where the seemingly disparate paths of science and spirituality converge in a liminal space, pregnant with possibility and fraught with tension. This space, this threshold, is where the known meets the unknown, the material the immaterial, the rational the intuitive. Navigating this liminal zone requires a delicate dance, a willingness to question, to explore, and to embrace the complexity that emerges. Science, the methodical hunter of knowledge, wields the tools of observation, experimentation, and reason. It has painted a magnificent picture of the universe, from the dance of subatomic particles to the vast expanse of galaxies. Yet, the scientific lens, by its very nature, focuses on the quantifiable, the measurable, leaving the vast realms of consciousness, subjective experience, and the ineffable mysteries of existence largely unexplored. Spirituality, on the other hand, delves into the depths of human experience, seeking meaning, purpose, and connection beyond the tangible. It embraces diverse paths, from the contemplative solitude of meditation to the communal fervor of religious rituals. However, spirituality can often be criticized for its reliance on faith and personal interpretations, lacking the rigorous objectivity of science. Standing at the precipice where science and spirituality converge, we find ourselves amidst a swirling vortex of questions, possibilities, and challenges. This liminal edge, as Carl Jung would call it, is where the seemingly distinct domains begin to blur, revealing fascinating and sometimes unsettling implications. Quantum physics, once the bastion of objective reality, throws a monkey wrench into the equation with its bizarre principles of observer entanglement and non-locality. These concepts suggest that the act of observing subatomic particles influences their behavior, implying a connection between consciousness and the physical world that defies classical materialism. Imagine two particles, intricately linked regardless of distance, their fates intertwined simply because someone witnessed them. This challenges the very notion of an independent, objective reality, pushing us to consider the possibility that consciousness plays a more active role than previously thought. Neuroscience, our window into the intricate workings of the brain, further muddies the waters. By mapping the neural correlates of consciousness, scientists are uncovering how subjective experiences arise from physical processes. While this doesn't diminish the reality of subjective experience, it suggests a potential bridge between the internal and external, the subjective and objective. Imagine, for instance, that the feeling of awe when gazing at a starry night sky has a specific neural signature. This signature, in turn, might be linked to certain physical phenomena taking place in the brain, connecting the subjective experience of awe to the objective reality of the cosmos. This blurring of lines isn't about negating one for the other, it's about acknowledging the interplay, the dance between the tangible and the intangible. Furthermore, the study of mystical experiences, which often involve feelings of oneness and interconnectedness, reveals intriguing parallels with altered states of consciousness induced by meditation or psychedelic drugs. Both can lead to a sense of transcending the limitations of the individual self, suggesting a potential bridge between the subjective and objective, the material and the spiritual. These explorations, however, are not without their critics. Some argue that attributing mystical experiences to mere brain activity diminishes their profound nature. Others fear that blurring the lines between science and spirituality leads to a slippery slope of magical thinking or religious dogma. Yet, these concerns shouldn't deter us from exploring the liminal space. After all, dismissing the potential connections between these seemingly disparate domains might limit our understanding of both. Instead, we should embrace the ambiguity, the unanswered questions, as opportunities for deeper inquiry and collaboration. Imagine a future where physicists and mystics engage in meaningful dialogue, where neuroscientists collaborate with religious scholars to explore the neural basis of faith. By fostering such cross-disciplinary conversations, we can move beyond the limitations of each individual perspective and create a more holistic understanding of reality. Navigating the liminal space is not about erasing boundaries, but about acknowledging their permeability. It's about recognizing that science and spirituality, though seemingly distinct, might be two sides of the same coin, both seeking to answer fundamental questions about existence, consciousness, and our place in the universe. Perhaps, at the heart of this exploration lies not just the unveiling of new knowledge, but a deeper understanding of ourselves and our connection to the cosmos, a realization that the objective and subjective, the material and spiritual, are not as separate as we once thought. Philosophers and psychologists, too, have traversed this liminal space. Carl Jung, with his concept of the collective unconscious, explored the archetypal patterns that resonate across cultures, suggesting a deeper layer of shared human experience beyond the individual. William James, the father of American psychology, championed the study of religious experience, recognizing its profound impact on human well-being. The renowned physicist, Frithjof Capra, in his book The Tao of Physics, beautifully bridges the gap, demonstrating how Eastern philosophical traditions and Western scientific theories share a deep resonance in their understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. Similarly, neuroscientist and author Deepak Chopra advocates for a third way of knowing, integrating science and spirituality to create a more holistic understanding of reality. Navigating the liminal space, however, is not without its challenges. The historical antagonism between science and religion, fueled by dogmatic pronouncements on both sides, has left deep scars. There is a fear of losing grounding, of succumbing to superstition or blind faith if we stray too far from the objective world. But what if this fear itself is a limitation? What if embracing the liminal space, with its inherent ambiguity and uncertainty, unlocks new avenues of understanding? Perhaps, as Einstein suggested, the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. By fostering open dialogue and collaboration, both science and spirituality can enrich each other. Science can benefit from the insights of contemplative practices, while spirituality can be informed by the rigor and critical thinking of scientific methodology. This doesn't necessitate a complete merging of the two, but rather a recognition of their interconnectedness, a dance where each informs and challenges the other. In this liminal space, we cultivate a sense of awe and wonder, acknowledging the vastness of the unknown while appreciating the beauty and depth of the known. Ultimately, navigating the liminal space is not about finding definitive answers, but about cultivating a spirit of inquiry, a willingness to embrace the mystery. It is about acknowledging the limitations of any singular perspective and opening ourselves to the possibility of a deeper, more comprehensive understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As we stand at this crossroads, let us not shy away from the uncertainty, but rather embrace it as the fertile ground where new knowledge, new possibilities, and perhaps even a new sense of ourselves can emerge. Remember, the journey across the liminal space is not a solitary one. We are all fellow travelers, each with our unique perspectives and experiences. As we share our questions, our insights, and our uncertainties, we co-create a map of this uncharted territory, illuminating the path for ourselves and generations to come. So, let us embark on this exploration together, with curiosity, courage, and an open heart, embracing the mystery that lies at the heart of both science and spirituality, and perhaps, in the process, discover a more profound understanding of what it means to be human.